We have arrived on site at Chelsea Flower Show 2026. We're excited to be here with Garden House Design.
Yeah, so we're doing an in-light install and we will take you all along the journey step by step, so stay tuned. So when we came here, we firstly analyzed the garden itself and then determined how we are going to plan the zone. So over here we have this place. This is going to be one zone, some wall lights, some sway walls over there. And then around the garden, the planting beds will be a second zone over there and the third zone over there.
So we are going to be mounting our herb nicely up here. We're going to plug it straight in there on the 3-pin plug. So all you need to do is strip back around, I would say around 15 mil of cable. You want to take that off, and one thing you want to be careful of when you are putting the cable into the herb is you don't want any copper exposed, because it could potentially arc across the two cores and cause your herb to trip. We're just running the cables in for one of our lighting zones. We are using the 10-2 cable here, so you can run up to 80 meters in 3 different directions off of our Herb 150.
Pro tip is using a broomstick like this. Just keep in mind to keep enough cable, as it is a quite narrow planting bed. You can move your cable towards your fixtures afterwards.
When we're running this in, we will get it all the way back to the herb, connect it up before we cut it off the reel. And a useful tip on these bigger reels is they've got meter markers on there, so you know exactly how much cable you've used each time. So this is the end of our first lighting zone. So we're going to cut our cable here. We then just need to split the 2 cores apart, and we have just had a tip from the top from Thijs. That is, although you're going to cap these so it can arc out, said snip one slightly shorter, and then if ever one of your caps came off, there is no way the 2 cores can touch each other. Pop those over the end and away we go. So we're unboxing our fittings here at Chelsea. One of the firm favourites with in-light installs is the sway. Now, we often joke with in-light installs that the thing that takes the longest is unboxing the fittings. Within the box, you're going to get your ground spike with the attachment there for the sway tube. This is the medium-sized one, and then you have got your easy lock connector as well. We'll pop these together, and then these are going with the big sway heads. So we placed our first couple of sways along this border here. We're going to get our first easy lock connector. So you've got your grey cable slider, pop that over the top of the cable. All that's doing is stopping your cable twisting as you put it into the easy lock. We'll then give that a good push, and we'll see our light comes on as it makes contact. The cap goes over the top, and one of the great things with the in-light system is we're putting these in loosely. Once the planting team come through, if they need to move it, they can just take it apart, reposition it slightly. Cable will self-heal itself. They can play around with it once the planting comes together. So we're getting another one of our sways installed here. I personally always try with the 1 meter ones to pop the bigger sway heads, because it gives a really nice smooth movement when it moves, when it sways. The second one going in here, and like I said earlier, the planting team can reposition these should they need to as the planting comes together. Pop that one in, we've got light straight away.
So over here we're going to install some sway walls, and we do install them in pairs, as you can see over here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on in this wall. We use the base tube for this. Put it on. My assistant will help me with it. Last but not least, the light heads, and we have chosen in this feature like this to do a big one and a small one. The main cable is in here. We do have extension cables, so I drilled 2 holes in extension cable. Also over here we've used the triple splitter, so 3 lights through the wall, put it in triple splitter, therefore you need less holes in the wall over here. So, and then we connect it to the main cable over here.
So we have got a mini scope tucked in the corner here, lighting this really nice Acer. We're going to pop one of the little shields over the top just to cut off any glare from people walking through the trade stand. We always suggest those with any of the scope range. So we've just decided we were going to get some sways within this planting here, but we didn't have one of our main cable runs. So we've taken one of the extension leads underneath the deck in here. We've then used one of the 2-way splitters. We'll pop our 2 sways onto here, then onto our extension lead, hidden under the deck.
I'm going to branch off because this water feature is inside, and with both sides there is planting, so it's easy to branch off. And we have our new CC2. It's our cable splitter. It's redesigned. As you can see, the caps now have a narrow top, which makes it much more easier to twist it. We have redesigned the cable guide. So you clip the cable in like this, and then you push it in. And that new cable guide will make sure you will always go in straight. And the key advantage of that is that you don't have any more restrictions on the maximum capacity after using a CC2. Whether our old CC2 had a maximum of 50 VA, this one doesn't have that maximum capacity. Therefore, it gives you much more flexibility during an installation.
So we are now installing some of the new In-LITE Breeze in this front planting on the Garden House Design tray stand. The Breeze has a flexible tube, much like the Sway that I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with, but we have got a 100mm light tube at the top and a randomizer at the bottom. So the camera won't be picking this up, but the top tube is breathing really gently, getting brighter, dimmer. Those coming to Chelsea this year, we'll see for yourself. Here we have got a scope, but since the planting team have come through, it's slightly hidden, so we're not getting any light where we'd like it. So what we're gonna do is take that one out. We're gonna use one of the riser too, so we can raise it up above the planting. This is telescopic, so if you're putting it into a garden, you can raise it as the planting matures. Yeah, we'll get this one changed over and show you guys what it looks like. So we are all done here at Chelsea with the team from Garden House Design. We have got all of the lights in. We can't wait for you guys to see this. It's taken us a couple of hours, Thijs?
Something like that.
Yeah, a couple of hours. And what would be your final tip when installing In-LITE?
We made a design, obviously, up front. Everything in real life always changed a little bit. So I would say the flexibility in this case came in very handy, because we moved some lights in different places. And
we just said to the planting team, as they're placing plants in, the lights can move, we can reposition some things. So
exactly.
it's perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can't wait to see it all.